Hey there again, it's me, guy with no name. So, NFL Week 7. What we're gonna do is go over the results, the standings, and while I'm at it, I might as well give you my prediction on Thursday night's game, which is going off in about an hour, maybe a half hour, something like that. By the time this uploads, it might be too late to go ahead and use my pick, but hey, I'm not doing that good anyway. But nobody ever beat, and nobody ever does. It's Vegas. They're too damn good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is here, we got 10 minutes to get this up. And let's get started. Alright. Week 7, we had 2 teams on bye, so that means that we had a number of games, 15 different games. I actually did do a 9 out of 15. Not so bad in a push. 9 out of 15 in the push, so it's time that I didn't lose that. It's pretty good. I guess it's pretty good. I think I already told you Chicago, Green Bay. I did take Green Bay to cover the over-under. I did miss on, though, and only was 26-10 was this result. Just kind of shows you what I and me, being a Bears fan, thinks about our Bears. I mean, they're not very good. Their chances of winning another game this season are pretty slim. I mean, and this was at the beginning of the season where you can see that the NFC North had a very soft schedule. But yeah, that's just the kind of team that they kind of developed into so far. So it is what it is. Too bad, so sad. Okay, here we go. So they had another London game this last week. I actually didn't get to watch too much football, but I did turn on the radio and I listened to I think it's on it's Yahoo Radio. I think it's Bleacher Report Network or something like that. And yeah, they go over the NFL a lot, kind of like Sporting News Radio, but it's not Sporting News Radio. I think every 10 minutes they give you around the NFL or something like that. It's pretty good. When I'm away from a TV or from a establishment bar, that's what I'll do. Turn that on and get stuff done when life needs to happen still, right? So just a little plug for those guys. Gosh, this Ice Mountain water is good. New York Giants, football Giants at LA. Okay, the line started at 3, and then it was at 3. The Giants were favored on the road to win by 3. The score was 17-10. It was actually an under amount. Get that wrong, but I did pick the Giants to win, and they did cover, so that was pretty easy. Los Angeles, I don't see any. I don't know why. Even at home, it's not really a good team. The Giants, well, I mean, I think they are improving from week to week, as we can see. That was in London, of course. So all of a sudden, the Giants being a road dog becomes kind of a home team, if you will, in a sense. Minnesota at Philadelphia. This was in the noontime games. Minnesota only favored by 3, being on the road against a Philadelphia team that, well, lately has been regressing back to the mean, in my opinion. So Minnesota actually loses. So I picked Minnesota to win. That was wrong. 10-21. Philadelphia takes care of business. So regressing back to the mean? Well, maybe not. Maybe they are who we think they were. So yeah, good game for Philly to win, and it is at home against a Minnesota team that we think that, I think is really good. Suffering the first loss of the season are the Vikings on the road against a nice, surprising Philadelphia team. Something to take away there. First loss for Minnesota. New Orleans at Kansas City. New Orleans on the road at Kansas City. I picked Kansas City to win and cover. Kansas City wins by 7. It is a push, so this is technically a push. 21-27. It did go under. I picked the under. Under was 51 points. So New Orleans can't really put up some more. Kansas City actually put up more points, so that was a big surprise. Kansas City is doing well. They think they're in second place now. Oh, they're in third place. I don't know if they'll be in there at the end of the game. They're still in third place. Well, it's a tough division out there. Rolling along here, I have halfway through and I'm still not there. So, Washington at Detroit was the next game. Detroit was favored by 1.5. Detroit wins by 3. So pick that one. Let's see. Pick the over, stayed under. So it was 17-20. So Detroit and Washington. Well, Washington, I do think I would rank Washington under Detroit. Detroit's not looking so good neither, but I don't. This wasn't a game that was on my list to watch anyway. 50 was over under and it stayed way under. Um, Moving on here, Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cleveland's still trying to find their first win of the season. That didn't happen this week because Cincinnati put up 31 points at home against their 17. This game did go over, and Cincinnati did cover the 10-point spread. Yes, 10-point spread. It's kind of typical when you're playing against Cleveland. If you don't have a 10-point spread against Cleveland, you have a shitty team. Just poor Cleveland just getting ripped on here in the NFL. Well, that sometimes happens to them. Buffalo at Miami. Buffalo was favored to win by 3, moved all the way down to 2.5. Buffalo actually loses by 2. Let me see. Actually, Miami wins. Miami wins 28-20. Well, 20. Buffalo 25, Miami 28. Game did go over. Buffalo, I thought was going to win outright. Actually, they did not, and Miami wins outright. Miami kind of surprising me. So, this last week they did surprise me. Let me see what they did last week. Miami putting up 30 points against the Pittsburgh team. They did lose Roethlisberger, but still, Miami is looking impressive. So they're actually looking on the upswing the last couple of weeks. Maybe something happened over there that I didn't get notified of. Some sort of change. I don't listen to a lot of Miami local sports talk. So something's going on in Miami, possibly. We'll see. Oakland at Kansas City. Oakland at Jacksonville. Jacksonville actually favored to win by 1. Are you kidding me? This is a lock of the week for me. So I picked Oakland to take with that point, and Oakland easily takes care of business. 33-17. The over-under was 47. It did go over. So I guess both of these are right. I just have a lot of faith in Oakland these days, and I was actually right on this. I mean, Jacksonville's not exactly a powerhouse team, but just kind of shows you that Jacksonville getting that point just because they're at home doesn't matter dick. This Oakland team is good, and I think they're for real. So that's how I think. 8 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap up the noon games, then I'll get into the later games, and then we'll go over the NFL in the second part of these videos. Indianapolis at Tennessee. Tennessee was favored by 3. The over/under was 48. The score on this one was pretty tight. It looked like an exciting game to watch. I didn't get to watch any football. The final score was Indianapolis should say 34, Tennessee 26. I'll tell you something, Tennessee's putting up a lot of points offensively, good for them, right? But Indianapolis just put up more. I did pick Tennessee to take the 3 points, but no, I was wrong, and it did stay. I picked the under, 48 was kind of a high over-under. And yeah, both these teams putting up some big-time points. I just didn't see it from Indy, and they are looking pretty decent, I guess. Let me see. I'm gonna cover this one, and then I'll do a second part. To cover the rest of the games. Buffalo at the Jets. The line was at 2. The Jets were supposed to win by 2. That's Baltimore. Baltimore at Jets. Line stayed at 2. The New York Jets actually taking care of this. I picked Baltimore to win by 2. I like Baltimore a lot better than I like the Jets. Baltimore is one of those teams that always comes up short, and this one against an inferior team, I thought they'd win, and they just didn't. So, yeah, poor Flacco just continued to suck. Or actually not him, but his team. Just they didn't put it together. So anyway, that was the results. The over-under was 46, and it did go over. The over-under was 41, and it did go over 24-34. by 1, I believe. So, there he is. Thank you.